Welcome to ABC31 News tonight. I'm Scott Beadle. The Alexandria Zoo is gearing up for their yearly Les Fest. ABC31's Joanna Phillips has the story for us.
The Alexandria Zoo's yearly Les Fest remembers late zoo director Les Witt. It's a fundraiser, music fest, and celebration for the former director, who played a large role in the zoo's existence.
It's a memoriam for Leslie Witt. Leslie was the longtime director of the zoo, so he has sort of lived on through all the people that are currently here. He had two passions in life. One was music and one was animals and conservation. So we kind of fused the two together to kind of show our respect for him, and we wouldn't have this amazing zoo if it wasn't for Leslie and his passion.
Les served as director of the Alexandria Zoo for 34 years. And the Les Fest event is right around the corner with music, food, and drinks.
So we're going to get you kind of entertained as far as music all across the board. But then the food is amazing. We've got Atwoods and Backwoods, Copeland's, Julia's Mexican, Tunks, Spirits, you know, kind of a whole plethora of options there. And then the bar will be open all night for beer and wine.
Les Fest will be Thursday, September 28th, right here at the Alexandria Zoo. Visit the Alexandria Zoo website to purchase tickets and view a video made in memory of Les. Joanna Phillips, ABC 31 News.
A state district judge in Avoyelles Parish will rule at a later time on a request to move the murder trial of Norris Greenhouse Jr. to another area of the state. Greenhouse is accused of fatally shooting a 6-year-old boy and wounding his father after chasing them through Marksville. His attorney says Greenhouse cannot get a fair trial in his home parish. The judge does have the option of keeping the request open until jury selection. If there is a problem, then moving the case to another jurisdiction. Rapids deputies arrest an Alexandria man for attempted murder in a shooting that happened on McKithen Drive early Saturday morning. He is 25-year-old Brandon Markey Thompson, who deputies say shot into a home and left the victim there with a superficial wounds. And Rapids deputies say they've solved a vehicle burglary and theft dating from July on Bayou Rapids Road. They say 41-year-old Brandon Wayne Glenn of Chopin was behind it. Deputies say the victim named an employee as the culprit. The investigation reportedly led them to recover items missing from the victim's business. The Grand Community Health Center in Pollock held a ribbon-cutting ceremony earlier today. The center is soon to be renamed Trinity Community Health Centers of Louisiana. A special guest who has a large amount of support for community health centers joined the staff for the ribbon cutting, that being Governor John Bel Edwards.
This was made possible through a grant through HRSA out of Washington and our friends at the Rapids Foundation. Governor Edwards is a big supporter of community health centers and has actually been the governor that has expanded access to health care more than any other governor since Huey P. Long.
Governor Edwards voiced his optimism for the state of Louisiana and working toward continuing improvement of health care. After touring the facility and speaking to the crowd, he joined staff members and other elected officials from around the area for the official ribbon cutting. The Louisiana High School Athletic Association traveled to Alexandria today to tour the newly renovated Rapids Parish Coliseum, as well as hotels and other parts of the city.
We're having lunch with several principals, coaches in the area, and we're very excited to tour facilities here, hotel properties, and the Coliseum as well. We're touring it to see the renovations, to check the facility as far as dressing rooms, media area, just areas that will be staged and teams will be housed and officials and just all the different things that we'll utilize at the facility.
The 2018 Girls Basketball March Madness Tournament will be held at the Rapids Parish Coliseum. The tournament begins at the end of February and will last until the first week of March. A ribbon cutting is held as part of the Alexandria Museum of Art's 40th anniversary celebration. Friday night, the museum presented a new sculpture located outside the building called Fran's Tree. The opening of the renovated gallery on the first floor as well. The gallery showcases a new exhibit, Defining the Nation, from Impressionism to Regionalism, which will be on display until January. People lined up for the Gilchrist Construction Company job fair this morning with hopes of being hired. Gilchrist Construction is hiring immediate openings for service technicians, Class A CDL drivers, concrete finishers, skilled craftspersons, and pump truck operators. The hiring process includes submitting an online application, on-site interviews, and work keys assessments. To find out more, you can visit gilchristconstruction.com. Heat and humidity not showing any signs of letting up. Let's get the latest on our forecast now from meteorologist Ross Whitley.
Yeah, very warm out there. Summer continuing for several more days to come. There is a cold front in the forecast, but not going to quite make it to us. Of course, I'll have the details about that. 90 degrees today, 65 last night. We should be around 86 and 73, so we're actually a little bit below average overnight, but above average for our daytime temperatures, and I think we'll continue to see those above average temperatures, hopefully not getting anywhere near our record set back in 1905 of 99 degrees. But remember, back to last year, we were holding on to the warmth still, and we expect that to continue over the next several days. There is one day forecasted to bring a little bit of relief. Of course, I'll have the details about that coming up in just a few minutes.
All right, thank you, Ross. The Louisiana Passenger Safety Task Force, in association with the Rapides Regional Medical Center, offered free child car seat inspections in conjunction with National Seat Check this past Saturday. Professionals who took part in the seatbelt inspection installed safety seats that local Sonic drive-in restaurants had recently donated to needy families. Employees of Louisiana's 147 Sonic drive-ins raised $55,000 through sales of the annual Sonic Tot calendar. Over the past 2 years, Louisiana Sonic employees have raised a total of $103,000, which has purchased more than 1,800 car seats. Sentinel residents came together at the Kent House for the annual Alzheimer's Walk. Family and friends affected by Alzheimer's through a family member took a 2-mile stroll through the neighborhood to raise awareness and funds for a cure. More than 400 people showed their support.
People coming together, you know, I mean, it's a time that many things are happening in the world, and everybody needs help, and it doesn't really touch you until it's close to home. So now that it's here, it's time to step up and try to help.
I have a son that was born with a rare congenital heart disease, and when he was born they told me that if it wouldn't have been for research giving them the knowledge and the answers, that they wouldn't have been able to save him. So research is very important. He now is 31 years old, and I'm walking and helping the Alzheimer's Association to come up with an answer for hope, so that down the road maybe somebody can hear the same thing that I did, which was we wouldn't have been able to save your loved one 5 years ago, but we can now.
All funds raised through the Walk to End Alzheimer's further the care, support, and research efforts of the Alzheimer's Association. To make a donation, you can visit ac.alz.org. We caught up with Senator Jay Luno this afternoon to get the inside scoop on the fiscal cliff and efforts to find money for state programs.
All right, start by telling me your first and last name and your position.
Jay Luno, State Senator, District 29.
All right, so tell me about the upcoming fiscal year and the cliff. What are the state's plans to help programs?
The fiscal cliff, as it's been referred to, is due to a 1-cent sales tax that's going to roll off next year, and it's going to make the budget $1 billion short. And we're looking at all the options we have to take care of that fiscal cliff, and it's I think it's going to have to be a combination of things. I don't think we have one quick fix that's going to do it.
All right.
The senator says there are going to be they'll be looking to counties to cut areas in the state government as much as they can.
Hi, everybody. This is the voice of the Tigers, Jim Hawthorne, inviting you to watch Inside LSU Football, presented by Academy Sports and Outdoors on this affiliate of the LSU Sports Television Network every week during the season. We'll have all the highlights, exclusive locker room access you won't see anywhere else, and features that will give you the inside story on your Fighting Tigers football team.
Inside LSU Football. Join us Sundays at 10 on KLAX TV. Brought to you in part by Take 5 Oil Change.
Hi, I'm meteorologist Ross Whitley. Across our state, a couple isolated showers and storms rumbling around out there, but really not a whole lot going on in our immediate vicinity. But you look just off to our west, there is a cold front moving through central Texas, and with that bringing showers and storms out in their direction. And just off to our east, we have some onshore flow showers thanks to a high pressure system in the Gulf of Mexico, helping to increase the shower activity across Mississippi from Hattiesburg all the way up to Meridian, but not quite going to make it to us. We're going to stay pretty dry, and as we zoom in a little bit closer, you can see exactly what I mean here. From Shreveport all the way down to Lafayette, looking pretty dry, but those showers just off to our east, and even as they move toward the Mississippi, you see most of the showers dying out, and all this activity will start to lose steam as we lose the heating of the day going into the overnight hours. Expect to see most of the shower activity waning on down. We got up to 90 degrees today, a very warm day, and we have more warm temperatures underway for the next couple of days as well, but those dew points unfortunately not going anywhere. Overnight tonight we'll drop down to right near our dew point, 68 degrees, mainly clear skies out there, just a 10% chance of an isolated shower. I would say most of us are going to stay dry. And what to expect over the next couple of days? Well, partly sunny, very warm and muggy conditions continuing. An isolated chance at a shower or storm, put it between 20 and 30% over the next few days. And we just continue with the same weather pattern. There is a cold front moving in, but unfortunately for us, doesn't look like it's going to quite make it to us. That cold front sitting in Texas still tomorrow, just basically where it is today. We'll have a little better chance of showers, especially off to our south and east for the day tomorrow. And of course, we're still talking Hurricane Maria as it slowly moves toward the Outer Banks, probably going to be downgraded to a tropical storm here very, very soon, as it's looking rather unimpressive on radar, but we'll continue to watch that as it moves forward. Now, looking at the cold front as it progresses east, and I want you to notice is the tail end here, and you'll actually see it kind of bending as it moves across and down to the east. And what that means is it's running into a high pressure system across the southeast. So anywhere below this cold front, going to continue to stay warm because that high pressure is just not going to budge. But above the cold front, fall finally arriving for much of the east. Unfortunately for us, just one of those summertime cold fronts in fall, just not making it all the way into our area. Tomorrow, 91 degrees, partly sunny, very, very warm, about a 30% chance of an isolated shower or storm out there. And our 7-day forecast, well, we stay with the heat. Even as that cold front works in, we do drop a couple degrees going into the weekend, 86 instead of 92, but it's still going to be very humid as well, so still feeling warm even as we work into that weekend. So if you're enjoying summer, enjoy the rest of this forecast. That's going to do it for the 7-day forecast. Look at the 7-day and your weather. Scott?
All right, thank you, Ross. Thanks for watching ABC 31 News. Have a great night.
To you, it's just an old coat, but to an underprivileged child, it's a warmer winter. Please help us collect coats for kids before the cold months get here. You can drop off new or gently used coats at a location near you. All coats are cleaned and distributed right here in our community. The KLAX Coats for Kids Drive is sponsored by First Federal Bank, Southern Heritage Bank, Bank of Montgomery, Kramer Funeral Home, Take 5 Oil Change, South Park Cleaners, and LaSalle Printing and Office Supply. Stay connected with KLAX ABC31. Visit us online anytime. Get today's top stories and trending topics. Like us on Facebook. Follow us on Twitter. See our pics on Instagram. Watch us on YouTube. And make KLAXTV.com your home for local news and information. Plus, download the KLAX weather app for your smartphone or tablet. Get live current conditions, radar maps, alerts, and more. More ways to stay connected with KLAX TV.